Hello guys, today we will do this room sequence on TryHackMe. So let's start. I have already started the lab machine and our attack box. Okay, so first we will do a nmap scan of the target IP. Nmap SC for default script, SV for version enumeration and region, and then the target IP, which is 141.108. Okay, let's see which ports are open on that target machine. Okay, as we can see, there are two ports open. One is port 22 for SSH and another port is port 80. There is a HTTP server running, Apache server, and we can see the HTTP title, that is review shop. Okay, so let's take a look at that web application that is running on port 80. But before that, in that room, we are given the host name, right? Review.thm. So let's first add that host name to our machine. etc hosts file, yeah, and our target IP, that is 10.48.141.108. Is that right? Yeah. And then the name, that is review.thm, sorry. Save that, and now we can look at that website. Let's open our browser. I will minimize this. Review.thm, and here is our website. Okay, so first let's check the page source code. So there is two files, login.php and contact.php. Nothing useful here. Let's go back to the home page and let's try to log in with our default credentials like admin. Let's try to do that. Yeah, as expected, invalid. I also, when I was doing this room, I also tried doing SQL injection here and it did not work. Okay, but another interesting thing we can see is contact us, right? And let's try a dummy contact. Dummy. And in the message field, we will try to check if there is a XSS possible. Okay, to do that, we will first run a server. Let's run a Python server. On port 1234. Okay, first let's just send any random message. Let's see what happens. Okay, yeah, as you can see, thank you for your feedback. Someone from our team will review it shortly. Okay, so someone will open the message we just sent, right? So there is a possibility, if there is a cross-site scripting possible, we can steal cookie, right? Whoever will see our message can steal his cookie and send it to our server. Let's try to do that. Okay, so let's do test, and then in the message we will try to fetch his cookie and send it to our server. Okay, let's see. Fetch, and then the URL of our server, that is HTTP, our IP, which is 8526. Oh, 526, port 1234, and let's call it C. No, let's call it cookie. And then we will extract the cookie via document.cookie. Okay, it should work. It should extract the cookie of the person who is seeing our message and send it back to our server. Okay, we can see that here. Okay, so send this and hopefully we can get cookies. Yeah, and as you can see, we are already receiving PHP session ID cookie. So let's copy this cookie and save it in our browser and try to refresh. Copy. Let's change the cookie. Remove our cookie, paste their cookie, and then refresh. Okay, when I was doing this, I tried to refresh and it did not work. But when we tap on the review shop, this thing over here, it reloads and we are logged in as mod. As you can see here, it says hi mod, and we also get our flag right here. Okay, so we get our first flag. We are now logged in as mod, and there we can see there are some options on our screen, right? So let's explore this. But before doing that, let's do some recon. Okay, so we know there is a website on port 80. So let's try to enumerate if there is any hidden directories available or any extension that might help us. Okay, so I will use GoBuster for that. Data mode. URL will be http review.tgem and word list will be darby big.txt. And let's see if there are any extension present like Python or PHP, JavaScript, basic text file, anything. Okay, let's run that. And one thing I always check whenever I am in a website, the robots.txt file, if that is available. Okay, so let's try to check that. And not found, so we don't have that here, or maybe we cannot access that. Okay, so let's now let's explore these options. Okay, we can log out, we can view feedback. Okay, so the feedback thing, as you can see, dummy, test, these are the message we sent in the contact us page, right? So we can see that here, that is view feedback. There is a setting. Let's go. And there are two interesting things. One, we can change our password. Okay guys, so I want to change my password, that is mod's password right now, because later we can easily log it, or otherwise we have to again steal the cookie and save it to get access. So let's change our password, and also let's see what's happening in our browser. Okay, so let's open the network tab. And let's see our new password. Let's call it mod123. Okay, we can remember that and update password. And you can see here is the request. Okay, so it is a post request to update underscore password.php file. Okay, and as you can see, there is my cookie is being sent, that is my PHP session ID. And let's see what is the request. The request is like this: the new password parameter holds our value of the password we want to set. And okay, so there is a CSRF token. Okay, so let's see from where it is getting the CSRF token. If we check the page source code and let's search for CSRF, you can see there is the CSRF value. It is hard coded. Okay, and one thing is, even if we refresh this page, right, and not only refresh this page, actually whenever I try to solve this challenge, it took me like 1 or 2 days. Every time I started the lab machine, every time the CSRF token was the same, this one, no changing. Okay, so that means this value is hard coded and it's not going to change. It's not a random value, it's always same for the mod. Okay, uh, it looks like a hash value, so let's try to crack it if possible. Let's copy that, go to what was that, crackstation.net. Let's see if there is any meaning behind this hash. I'm not a robot. type hashes. Yeah, it is a hash and it is MD5 hash, and the correct version, correct result is mod. Okay, so guys, remember our username is mod and our CSRF token is hashed version of that mod, right? So if we want to log in as admin, what will be the admin CSRF token? The admin CSRF token should be the hash value of admin, right? That string admin. Okay, keep that in mind. And okay, let's see. So we saw how this change password thing works. Our password was changed, and there is another thing, promote co-admin. Okay, so let's see. Let's try to promote ourselves as a co-admin. So our username is mod. We'll type that and promote to admin, and we get this feature is currently only available for admins. Okay, so only admin can promote someone as a co-admin. Okay, wait, guys. Yeah. Okay, so let's also check what is happening under the hood when we try to promote someone. Let's open our network tab again. Reload. Okay, so let's try to promote myself again, and let's see what is the request look like. Yeah, this is the request. So it is a GET request to promote underscore co-admin.php, and the parameter is two things. One is the username and another is the CSRF token. Okay, so yeah, it's a simple request, GET request being sent. Okay, so these are in the settings. Contact us is the same thing as we saw before, right? And then okay, chat. Okay, so here we have a chat page. Okay, another thing, let's see what we got from GoBuster. 403 contact.php, we already saw that. Dashboard.php, we are in that. Chat.php, that is the chat page. db.php, let's okay, db.php got size 0, so I think it is blank. Let's try to check that. Yeah, it's blank, there is nothing. And data.php, index.php. Okay, so there is one thing, that is php myadmin is normal, we always see that. Another thing is the mail directory. Okay, this is an interesting directory. Let's try to see what this directory look like. Okay, and here we can see a text file, that is dump.txt. Let's see what is the text file says. And this is a long message, not long message, this is just a email. And two things is interesting here. There is the financial panel, that is finance.php is hosted on the internal network, and the lottery panel, that is lottery.php, resides on the same segment. For now, access is protected with completed 8-character alphanumeric password, and we see the password here. The password is hard-coded here. And okay, so two things, that is two files we can see, that is finance.php and lottery.php. Okay, so let's try to see if we can access that. Finance.php. Yeah, we cannot access that. Another was lottery.php. Yeah, same, we cannot access that. The reason we cannot access that is as in the email says, it is on the private network, right? And we are trying to access it from outside public network, so we cannot access that. Okay, so let's see what can we do in this chat. Okay, so can we also still okay, one thing I want to say, I don't know why this profile says I am as admin. I am not admin, I am mod right now. And another thing is, if you scroll down, you can see some code right here, like HTML. I don't know why, maybe there was something wrong in the HTML code that it shows like this, like overflow, whatever. Let's check the page source code of that chat page. Okay, nothing much interesting here. The interesting part is at the bottom, that is a script is running. Okay, and this script is nothing but a filter. a filter to prevent excesses cross-site scripting. And as you can see, there are some keywords like script or slash script, on error, on load, fetch, ajax, xml, http request, eval, document.cookie, window.location. And these keywords cannot be used in the chat page. Like we cannot send this any message that contains this word. Okay, so as you can see, we cannot directly use document.cookie to get cookie. But when I was doing this room, one thing came in mind, that is this JavaScript code is running in my browser, right? So technically I can bypass this by, if I intercept the request in bar and change the message here there, then I should be able to send these keywords in the message, right? But that did not work. I think there is also a filter running on the server side. That server side also looks for these words and then send that warning. What was that? Let's say. Yeah, warning model, this thing, send back in our response, and then we can see that it is blocked. Let's try to do that first. Let's try to send the same payload that we used in the first time. Okay. Let's send our URL of our server. That is 10.48.8526. Oh, 8526. Port is 1234. You know what? I don't want to do 1234 because that's where our mods cookie were being sent, right? So let's try another port, 1236. Okay. Let's call it admin's cookie. Admin's cookie. And then let's try to do document dot cookie. Close the script. Let's see what do we get here. When we try to send this, you can see malicious input detected. Your message contains suspicious content. Please remove it and try again. Okay, so this was our browser like client side filtering, right? So let's try to do this again, but with let's try to do this with barb. Okay, I'm trying to show you that even if you try to bypass the filter from your client side, it won't work because there is also a server side filter. So let's turn on our bar. Let's also create a proxy for our bar. Proxies add. I don't know why this thing. Okay, let's try this. Yeah, name it bar. Hostname 127.0.0.1. Port will be 8080 for bar. Save it. It's done. Let's resize our browser. It's frozen, like not working. I don't know what happened. I don't like this thing. Like whenever I try to do a room, my attack box will freeze for 2 or 3 times and I have to start over again. Let's refresh and hopefully it works, but I don't think it will. Yeah, it's not working. Okay guys, I am pausing here and I have to start doing that again. I'll be back. Okay guys, I had to restart my attack box twice. Now burp is open. Let's send any message first. It works. Now let's send another message. and try to intercept it. Okay, let's turn on our interception, and we get the request. And okay, now let's change the message from here. Okay, so we can bypass our client side filter. Let's see if that works. Let's change the message to the first payload. That is IP of our attack box. It's changed now. 82.141. 82.141. And the port, let's try 1234. Because my attack box is new one, so there is nothing running on port 1234. Let's try to run a server first. Yeah, now let's send it here. Let's call it admin cookie. And then let's try document.cookie. And close the script. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, let's forward that. And as you can see, we changed the message in our burp, right? But still we get that malicious input detected. So as I was saying, there is I think there are two filters. There is also a filter running on the server side, so we cannot use those keywords. Okay, so one thing is we can try to use another method, like try to extract that cookie without using document.cookie or without using fetch. And I tried different methods. Only these two things worked. Okay, one is animate on begin, this thing, and another is open on toggle this thing. These two things was bypassed and it worked, these two JavaScript code. But the thing is we cannot get the cookie using these. Okay, so okay, let's turn off our interception and then let's see. Okay, so now what can we do? One thing came to my mind, that is, okay, I'll show you what I am saying. Let's try to draw here so you can understand better. Let's say this is the server, like the website. Okay, and let's say this is the chat page where we are sending the message. This, and we cannot use those keywords here, right? But what if we can we host a file on our target machine, on our attack box. Okay, let's say this is our attack box. Let's draw it here. This is our attack box. Okay, let's do that. Chat page, attack box. Okay, sorry, I spelled it wrong. Yeah, attack box, and here we host a HTML file. Okay, let's say this is a HTML file. This is let's call it payload.html. and make it small so you guys can see. Yeah, and what we can do is somehow from this chat page we get this payload.html. Okay, and when this payload.html the admin opens this payload.html, guys, remember the restriction is here in the chat page, right? We cannot use the keyword here. But if we can somehow load this payload.html on the admin's browser, then whatever in that payload.html will be executed. We can put any word like document.cookie or anything in this payload.html. There is no restriction. and when the admin's browser open this payload.html, it will be executed, right? That is the thing I thought at first, and I tried to play with this. I created a basic HTML file, and then I put the JavaScript payload in that file, and in the message I sent the link of my server where this payload.html is hosted, and I saw there is I received a request, received a connection that this payload.html file was fetched by the admin, but there was no cookie. I can show you guys. Let's see. Okay, first let's create a HTML file. Okay, let's disconnect that server. Let's create a HTML file, that is HTML p.html, let's call it, and doc type HTML. And let's store a basic JavaScript line, that is our payload. Our attack box IP address, that is 10.48 and 82141. We will host it on port 1234. Wherever we want to send the cookie, that is 1234. Okay, and admin cookie document.cookie, and let's close the script. Let's save this. This is a basic HTML file. Okay, and now let's host it. Let's run a Python server again. Okay, so we are going to host that file on a different port, just to make things clear. Okay, we will host it on 1236, let's say. Okay, now as I said before, one thing, that is whatever link I send to the admin clicks on that link, that is confirmed. Let's say we send this link, this server we are running. Let's send this link, and let's see if we get a connection back. Okay, but first our cookie will be sent to 1234, so we have to run another server on that port in case we receive any cookie. I hope you guys are understanding what I am trying to do. I'm just trying to show you that it did not work for me. Okay, now two ports are running. One is 1234, where if that thing work, we will get a cookie, and on 1236 there is a Python server running. Our intention is to make the admin fetch that file, that is p.html, from here. Okay, so let's try that. Let's send this URL. I always forget the IP. Let's check it again. 82141 41 port 1236, and the file name is p.html. Okay, let's send this. Let's make sure we are not intercepting the request. Okay, send. Let's see. Yeah, as you can see, there is a get p.html. So the admin clicked on this link, he got the p.html file, and it was executed on his browser, right? Because it is a HTML file. So let's see, did we get the cookie? And as you can see, there is no cookie. There is that admin cookie part, but nothing after that. It's blank. And I tried different variation, different methods, but nothing worked. Like, no way there was any value after this thing, cookie thing. Okay, so it did not work. So what I think is, maybe there is a reason why his cookie is not being sent. Maybe that is because this HTML file, this is not from this domain, right? Their origin is different. What is this? This is the website, that is review.php. Let's write that. This is review.thl. Here is the chat page. and we are getting that HTML file from here, my attack box. Both IP address is defined. Maybe that's why the cookie is not being sent. Maybe the cookie is also, one thing is, I checked my cookie. I am as logged in as mod right now, and let's check our cookie first. uh, our cookie says HTTP only is false. First thing, why it's not getting bigger? And same site is blank, right? So I am using Firefox, and same site is blank means blank, that is none. That is our cookie can be sent anywhere. It does not matter to be on the same site. There is no restriction. But one case that that is, if the admin is using Chrome as a browser, then this none. But I mean, that is, if it's not set to secure or lax, if there is nothing, then Chrome will by default set it to lax. And lax cookie means it cannot be sent to different site. I mean, it can, but there has some rules. Okay, maybe something like that. There is some same site option that is on the admin's browser. That's why his cookie is not being sent. The JavaScript code is being executed. We can see there is this get, the fetch part was being executed, but that cookie was not sent. Okay. Okay, so the problem here is we are trying to get the key value, but the origin is different. So that makes us think one thing. You guys remember at the first time when we what was that contact us page, when we tried to steal the mods cookie using that contact us feedback? That message, whatever message we sent there, is still stored here. Let me show you. View feedback. If you tap view feedback, you can see those two messages are still here. Now this dummy was just a dummy message, and this test message. Okay, I'm showing you what is this test message. Let's view the page source code, and if you scroll down, you can see, yeah, this is this message, test. That is a fetch, and then the IP address is defined because that time I had another attack box, and the cookie. Okay, so this code, this JavaScript code is still hosted on this website on adminview.php file. Okay, so let's draw this here. This is the chat page, and here is, let's say here is the admin view.php. Both are on the same IP address, same protocol, same port, everything is same. So hopefully, if somehow we can execute the code in admin's browser from here, then we can get his cookie, because it's same site. We will not have any problem to get his cookie, right? Okay, now one thing we know, that whatever link we send to the admin clicks on it. So our goal is to make the admin see this adminview.php page, this endpoint. That way what will happen is, he will click on this link, and that page will be loaded on his browser, and on that page there is that JavaScript code that we wrote before, and that will be executed, and we will see his cookie. But there is one problem, that the IP address is defined right now, so we have to send another message, and we can do that. We can, there is still contact us. Let's send another message. Okay, let's send another message, and this time we'll put our current attack box IP address, http 10.48.2681, I think. No, 82141. That was defined attack box. 82141. The port is 12. Let's send this to 1234 port. That is already running. Let's call it a cookie, or admin cookie, and let's document dot cookie. and then close this script. Okay, and now send this. Okay, but one thing guys, remember, when we send this message will also be seen from the mod's account, that is what we are logged in as right now. Okay, so I think there will be two cookie, we will receive two cookie, one for the mod and one for the admin. First let's check what our cookie is. Okay, so we can understand which cookie we have to use. Our cookie value is this. Okay, last digit is 0q or 0g. Okay, 0g. Okay, that is our cookie. Okay, remember that. Now let's send this thing. Our message is sent, and let's see whose cookie is that. That is jo. Let's check our cookie again. But this cookie is different than our cookie. Okay, I get it. Okay, the thing is, when I restarted my attack box, I did not steal the mod's cookie again. I did not log in as I directly logged in as mod using the password. If you guys remember at the first beginning, I told you that I am going to change my password, mod's password, in case later I can easily log in. I did that, so I did not actually steal his cookie. So this cookie is mod's cookie. Right now, what we are saying, the mod account, his cookie. Okay, admin has not seen the message yet, so we cannot get his cookie right now. Let's make the admin see that message. How can we do that? We will send the link of that page where our message is being stored, to the admin, and admin will click on that link. That page will be loaded on his browser, and then that JavaScript code will be executed and we will get his cookie. Okay, so we will see a different cookie here once the admin click on that. Okay, so let's try to send him that page. That page is adminview.php. so let's send that URL, http review.thm adminview.php. This is that link. Okay, and let's send this, and let's see if we get another value. Yeah, okay, so I'm going to terminate this server. As you can see, all the value are the same. That is the cookie of mod, but there is one exception, that is this one. When we sent this, we got this one, another value, and this cookie is not the mod, it is the cookie of admin. We got his cookie, and how we got it? We sent him this page, this adminview.php. We sent this link here on chat page. Okay, let me draw things. How do I? Yeah, like this page, adminview.php. We send it to the chat page. So technically we are not sending any bad words in the meaning, the words which were being filtered, like document.cookie or fetch, anything. We didn't have to send that directly in the chat. What we did, we sent the link of this adminview.php to that chat page. And admin, what was admin doing? Admin was clicking any link I sent him. So admin clicked on that link and he opened this page, and there was our payload, JavaScript payload. Then that got executed and we get his cookie on our attack box. Okay, so another thing I want to tell you guys what I did wrong. When I was first doing this, I did not save this host name, that is review.thm, in my attack box. Like this, at the beginning I did this etc/host file, this line review.thm. I did not add that host name, so I was just doing manually with that IP address, and I sent the IP address here /adminview.php, and it did not work. I don't know why it did not work, although this thing also resolves in that IP address. I don't know why that did not work, but yeah, you have to send this review.thm. Maybe in the admin's machine he has saved the hostname. Maybe that's the reason the cookie was not being sent, because the cookie was set with this name review.thm, but the link I sent was the IP address, so maybe that did not match, so cookie was not being sent. I just wanted to tell you, so if you guys also face the same thing, just add the IP address of the target machine and host name, and then send the host name as a URL. Okay, so you can see we get the admin's cookie, and if you do the same thing we did before, like save that cookie in our browser and then refresh, you will be logged in as admin. I did that way, but there is another way to log in as admin I want to show you. If you guys remember, there was settings, and we can change our password and also promote someone as a co-admin. And when we try to promote ourselves as a co-admin, let's try that again. It says only admin can do that, right? So now that we know how to exploit XSS as in the admin's browser, can we make the admin to do this? Like, can the admin make ourselves as co-admin? For that, what we have to do is, when I try to promote myself as co-admin, let's check what happens. I have already shown you before the request, but let's do that again quickly. Let's start off our proxy, go to settings, make ourselves co-admin. Yeah, this is the request, and this is a get request. So basically we can send this as a URL to that admin, and when admin will click on this, then technically the admin is trying to promote ourselves, right? Because it is happening in admin's browser, so we will have no problem. But there is one thing, the CSRF token is also being sent in the URL, right? And this CSRF token is only for us because it's the hash value of the word mod, our username. So for the admin to work, we have to change this CSRF token. Okay. Okay, so let's copy this URL first. Copy it, and then let's go to that chat page. Okay, paste it here. But remember, this CSRF token promote, this parameter is wrong right now because this is the CSRF token of mod, not admin. We have to get the CSRF token of admin. To do that, guys, if mod's CSRF token is hash value of mod, then we can think that admin's CSRF token value will be hash of admin's username, that is admin, right? So let's hash that admin value. We can do that by MD5 sum. No, let's do this echo admin. This is the string that we want to hash, and let's pass this through MD5 sum. We get the value. This is the hash of admin. Let's copy this. Okay, and then change this. Oh no, not that. This CSRF token promote. Okay, and now when we send this, the admin will click on this. There will be a GET request from the admin's browser with the username we want to promote, that is mod, that is me right now, and the CSRF token of the admin that we got from here. Okay, let's send this. Hopefully the admin will click on that. Let's see, do we get anything yet? Not yet. Okay, let's try to log out and then log in again. Okay, so as you know, I have set the password before, that is mod123. Let's try to log in using that, mod123, and now you are logged in as admin. So yeah, that worked. That admin clicked on that link and we were promoted to co-admin, and you also get the flag for the admin. So now we are logged in as admin. Okay, so you guys, hopefully you guys understand what happened there. And okay, let's see what we get here. Okay, so there is another thing, this thing new here, select feature. When we click on this, we can see lottery feature, right? So let's turn on our network tab first. And when we select the lottery feature, Is there any request there? No, we don't see any request, but there should be. Let's try again. Okay, I don't see it here, but when I did it using barb, there was a request. Let's try using barb then. Let's turn on the intercept, turn on our proxy. Okay, let's do the select feature first and then turn on the intercept. Now when we try to do the lottery feature, yeah, as you can see, there is a request. That is a post request to dashboard.php. Okay, maybe we were getting the request. I just did not realize that it was to dashboard.php. Let's see what is the body of that request. The body is this lottery.php. Name feature lottery.php. Okay, so that's interesting. Now, guys, remember, there was that mail directory we saw, and there was that email where it said two files, two important files, right? One was where is it? One was finance.php, another one was lottery.php. So when we do lottery feature, it sends us to lottery.php. Let's forward that. What do we get? Coming soon. The lottery feature is in production and will be launched soon. So it is not of any use. But what if we change the request and instead of requesting for lottery.php, we request for another thing like finance.php? What will that show us? Let's try that. Let's turn off our intercept, make it select feature, turn on intercept again, and now lottery feature, we intercept that request, we change the lottery.php to finance.php. And forward that. And yeah, it asks for a password. And as you guys remember, in that email, there was a password. Okay, so let's copy that password and paste it here. And unlock. Let's turn off our intercept and unlock. Okay, so we see some things. Let's zoom it so you guys can see. There are investor finance table. One interesting thing is upload latest investor details, so we can upload things. Let's see what can we upload. Can we upload a reverse shell file? Maybe that way we can get a reverse shell. Let's try to see. So first, where is my terminal? Yeah. Okay, so let's create a just dummy file like dummy.php. I'm just trying to see if any file with PHP extension is allowed. Okay, so let's just do that. Let's not nano, let's just touch it. Dummy.php. Now that when we browse and go to root folder, where is that thing? Dummy.php. Yeah, this one. Dummy.php. Okay, empty document, but can we send that? Select, upload, password again. Okay, so let's copy that password again, paste it here, unlock, and yeah, file uploaded successfully in the uploads folder. Okay, so this one is important. Where is our file being uploaded? Uploads folder. And I think when we ran GoBuster before in that previous attack box I had, I think we saw uploads directly. I just did not check it. Okay. Okay, so we can send any PHP file. So now let's prepare our payload for reverse shell. There is one at, where was it? Let's say share web shells. Okay. What? Share web shells. Web shells. Okay, maybe in my attack box it's in different location. Let's try to find that. That way I don't have to prepare another file. Is there anything shell? There is word list, but I don't see any shells there. Reverse shell maybe? No, nothing. Okay, whatever, forget it. Let's just create a file, a basic file with our device there. We'll call it payload.php. And in that file, I don't know how to code in PHP, so I will just ask AI about it. Okay, so this one, but we have to change this part. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, maybe this one will work. This is using fsoc open. Let's copy this. Let's paste it here. We have to change some things like our IP. Our attack box IP is 10.48. What is that? 82141. And my port is, let's use 4444. Yeah, let's see if this works. Paste that here. Okay, save it. Now let's try to upload this. Okay, payload.php. Yeah, this one. Select, upload. It will ask for password again. Copy our password. Paste it here. Unlock. And oh, first we have to run that. Well, we have to do it later, but let's do that here. Let's use netcat on port 4444 and upload. No file selected. I just selected that. Payload.php. Select, upload, password, same. Oh, sorry, the file was uploaded already. Sorry, I did that and I thought it did not upload. Okay, so it was uploaded. Now let's try to open that file. Okay, and guys, remember we have to open that file from the admin's machine, I think. No, not from admin's machine, the machine where this website is running. Okay, we can do that. As you saw before, we were intercepting the request for lottery.php, and we can just change that to uploads folder and to our file, right? Because when I try to do this here in my browser, I'm going to show you uploads. There is nothing. I cannot access that. Let's say upload payload.php. Yeah, nothing works. I cannot access that because I think that is because you see we did not receive any request. I think that's because that uploads folder is in the internal network, maybe, just like how finance and lottery was in their internal network segment. Okay, so let's go back to our, which one was that? Just to go back, expire, try again. Yeah, let's try to intercept this again. Intercept on, part is on. Let's do lottery fishing. And here, instead of lottery.php, what we will do is we'll do uploads directory and then payload.php. That is our file. Okay, so let's send this and let's see, did we get our step? Where is my terminal? Yeah, connection received, but how did it close? What? Connection received on. Is there something wrong with my PHP file? Maybe the connection was not keep open, something like that. I don't remember when I did that room first time. What was the payload? Oh, okay, so connect back to your listener, and this one is more reliable for interactive shells. Okay, so I think we have to put this one. Sorry guys, I'm not good in PHP scripting, so I'm just using AI. Okay, let's create another file, payload2.php, and paste that line here. Let's change our IP address and port thing. Port will be 4446 and IP 1048 82141. Hopefully it will work. Now I have to intercept again. Let's forward this. Let's turn off our intercept, then intercept on, and do lottery. Change it to finance. And forward this. Then the password again. Unlock. Browse the file, that is payload2.php. Select and upload. Okay, we are still intercepting the request. I should have just turned that off. Let's do it now. Password again. And file uploaded successfully. Okay, so now let's open that file. Okay, turn on intercept. Let's do lottery feature. And here, okay, first we have to run that server listener, that is on port 446. 4446. Okay, our listener is ready. Let's open that file here, that is uploads directory, and then payload2.php. Let's forward this. Let's cd2 we get a shell. Yeah, we get a shell. It is a basic shell like SSH thing. Okay, we are root, but when I tried to look for the flag, there was no flag. Okay, where are we? Let's go back to our main directory, user directory, and let's see, there is nothing. Okay, so okay, one thing first, let's try to stabilize this shell, because I don't like this one and I don't remember those syntax again, so I have to ask AI again. Let's say it was something like import python 3 import, python 3 c import, something like that. Yeah, this one, pty. Let's check, do we have python 3? Which python 3? Yeah, we have python 3, so let's do that. Import, no, not import, python 3 c, and then there was import, I think. Yeah, import pty, and then pty dot spawn bin bash, close the bracket, and then the code. I could have just pasted that, but I don't know if Let's do this manually so I can remember next time maybe. Yeah, this is it. And yeah, we can see this thing now. Let's background the shell. Okay, so control what was that? Control C. No, control Z. Control Z. Okay, now we have to configure the local terminal setting. Sorry guys, I'm slow. I don't remember this thing. I have to look it up again and again. STTOI raw echo. And then foreground, whatever that background thing was. Yeah, now we can finalize the environment. Export. Okay, I don't think this one is that what I used before. Okay, so let's just do what I used to do before. That is, wait, what? Why is it doing two things? Oh shit. I think I messed up. I cannot even background this thing. What's wrong? Oh, maybe I am seeing this thing twice, but it's actually going one time. Let's do which Python 3. Yeah, so I'm just seeing this twice. Maybe I have to change that thing. Okay. Export. I'm being dizzy, like everything is to do this, and then okay, first let's see what is our row and column. XTTY. 2487. Okay, so we'll do XTTY rows 24, columns 87. It's still the same. What did I do wrong? Hmm. You know what, guys? I think I have to do that reversal thing again. I don't know what I did wrong. It's just it thinks twice. Maybe I should ask the AI what is going wrong here. How to fix it? The issue is that you typed the stabilization commands inside the remote shell while it was still in raw unstable mode. Oh, okay. But I don't think I did that. STTY command is in my shell, right? Yeah, it was in my shell. That was backgrounded before. How to fix it? Kill the current session. Retrigger the reversal. Oh, man. Okay, guys, I have to do this thing again. Bruh. How to kill this thing? Control C or exit. Nothing works. You know what? Let's just do this. Which port was that? 444? 6, right? Let's try that, try to kill that whole process. Yeah, this one. So let's do this. Let's kill that process. 19229. Yeah, now we are back. Now let's set up our listener again, and let's trigger that reversal again. So to do that, we'll do this. Our file is already uploaded, so we don't have to re-upload that file. Just we have to open that file again. Change it to uploads, and then what was our file name? Payload2.php. Forward this. Man, I cannot. It's doing like this. I don't know why is it doing that. We received the connection, but okay guys, I'm going to pause here. I think I have to change that file again and redo this whole thing. I'm going to pause. Okay guys, so I did that. Our shell is now stabilized. Now let's see one thing you guys have noticed, I think, that we are in a container. You can see this part here. This suggests that we are in a container, probably in a Docker, maybe. So when I try to look for the flag, there is no flag. I have looked every directory, but there is no flag. Okay, so now the question is, how can we escape this container? Okay, so I tried looking for different things, like if there is any kernel module loading option available for us. That's not. Then I try to look for what files are mounted on our container. Okay, you can see this by just run this command mount, and it will show whatever file are mounted in our container. Okay, so let me show you what do I mean by that. Let's say this is the target machine. Okay, this is the target machine, and inside it there is the container which we have root access to. Okay, this is the container. Now we are inside this container, and when I say mount means this target machine and this container, some file system of this target machine is mounted on this container. That means our container have access to those files. Okay, those file path, you can say. Like this. Some file have our container has access to some files of the target machine. So let's see what are those files. Okay, these are those files that our container we can access from inside that container. Now one file that is very interesting here, I will show you. That is, okay, let's where is it? It was here. Okay, let's just use grep mount, then there is no docker.socket. Yeah, this one, the docker.sock, this file. So what this file does is, this is the, you can call it the control panel of all the containers in that target machine. Okay, so if we have access to this file, we can technically control any container. We can create another container, we can delete this container, anything we can do. Okay, so we have this access to this file, and we have access from inside our container. So basically what we can do is we can use this file to control other container. So what if we create another container with root access and with all the file of that target machine, of this target machine? Okay, what we'll do, let me show you. This is that file, that is okay, not this one, delete this. This is the run. Okay, yeah, this is the file I am talking about. So we have access to this file, and this is the main file that controls other containers, every container on this target machine. Okay, so what we can do is we can create another container. We'll create another container, but this time we have the control to decide what type of container we want, right? So we can create a container with root access, and also we can have all the file system of this target machine. Like every file that this target machine has, we will have the same files. We have to mount it that way. Okay, so let's say I already explained what this mount thing is, right? So let's say in the target machine, the root folder, this is the root folder, this is the root folder of the target machine. And if I mount this root folder to, let's call it anything, inside the container, suppose there is a directory that is let's call it home. Okay, and we mount these two things, the home directory inside the container and the root directory of the target machine. And we can do that because we have access to this file. We can control everything about containers here. So if we do that and we have root access, so we have all the files and we also have root access, so we can read or write to any files. Okay, so that is our goal here. We will create a container with root access and we will mount the root file to any file, any directory in the container. Okay, so let's try to do that. And to do that, we have to, these are the commands to create another Docker, another container. Okay, so first check what images. To run a container, we first need an image of that container. So what images are available in our inside our container? Okay, let's check that. And these are the two images we have. I will use this one, PHP vulnerable. Okay, so the command is this one, and I will explain to you what everything does here. So we will create another container. To do that, we will do docker run, then it is for interactive terminal. You can think of like that. Yeah, it gives interactive shell. Okay, and then rm, what this does is it will delete the container once we leave that container. This is not very necessary, but I just did it when I was doing this room. And this is the important part. How will we mount the file system? Okay, so we will do this. We will do the root folder of root directory of the target machine with let's call it home. I called it host that time, but we can call it home. Yeah, and then the image that is available, we saw already that we have this image available. I'm using this one, so PHP vulnerable. And okay, we want the shell of that container. After creating that container, running that container, we want to get an interactive shell, so we'll do bin bash. Okay, and as you can see, this thing is changed now. We are inside another thing, another container. Okay, and this container we just created, this one we created with root access and also with the file system, root file system. Okay, we have the root directory. I mean, we have everything in that of the target machine. Let's check that. Let's go. We mounted here with home directory. Let's go to home directory. Guys, remember, we are inside home directory of the containers, but how we mounted this, basically if we are inside home directory of inside our container, we are basically root directory of the target machine. Okay, so remember that. That's how we mounted it. This line here is very important, the -v part. Let me show you. Where was that? Yeah, this -v. We are mounting root directory, root folder of the main host machine to the home directory of our container. Okay, so now that we are inside home, let's see what we get here. Okay, we get all these things. Let's go back to okay, I think I did something wrong. I mounted with home, but there is another home. Let's go back. Let's go to this home. I should not have mounted this to a home directory. I should have called it something else. My bad. Let's go inside another home. We are inside two home. Let's do this. Let's go to 1 2 maybe. I don't remember. Where was that flag? Okay, not here. Maybe where was the flag user? Okay, you know what? We don't have to. Just go to the this thing, that work directory. Okay, nothing here. I don't remember. Where was that flag? Where was it? Did I do something wrong? UATHM. Man, do I have to run that find command again? Let's see. You know what? Just let's just run the find command from find, and I don't, as always, I don't remember this command syntax too. How to run find? I think the file name was flag.txt or root.txt, flag.txt maybe. Find path and a name. Okay. Find path is home, and then file name. File name is flag.txt. File. Oh, sorry, name. That was. Oh, it was in a root. So stupid. Now what happened to this? Is our shell broken again? Oh no, I'm scared. Oh. And there is our flag.txt. Okay, so I'm not showing this flag. You can just read it, and yeah, that was it. I hope you guys understood what I was trying to say, and if I did something wrong, or there was any confusion, or my explanation was wrong, anything, you can tell me in the comment section, or you can message me in LinkedIn. Thank you guys.